category. And out of all those things that Chef does for us, you are looking at his #1, and there's a reason why. I think we all aspire to eat healthier, whether you find and like me at Facebook, I hope you do. This is as simple as it gets. I mean, you wanna do a little pan sear, you wanna add a little teriyaki glaze and a little steamed salmon, dinner is done. Well, dinner is always done. I will be posting that teriyaki glaze recipe after the show. So right now though, this is, in my own opinion, the best salmon I have ever had. I'm not the only host who says that. I know Marlo says that. Debbie Denman. Debbie and I share a desk, and her husband does not like fish. He loves this salmon. Well, we have it right here, right now, only as long as supplies last. You are getting a whole wardrobe, if you want to call it that. It is an 8-pack. These are all center cut. They are all precision cut to that 6-ounce portion, which is perfect. And then you just choose it whether you want it in the single or whether you want it in the auto ship. And Chef, I gotta tell you, oh, by the way, thank you, Steve. Those are some of the sauces and seasonings that, like I said, I'm gonna have to have Jamie start adding to the show. Chef, when you did this, there were a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, because that's actually when you were still in the studio with us, and we're lucky to be with you, you know, above Maud in your test kitchen. But there were a lot of people saying, oh, fish, I don't like fish, I don't like salmon. Right. We were talking behind your back. And leave it to you to prove us wrong. I have yet to talk to anyone here who works at HSN who does not love this salmon. And that's because you did it in a way that made sense, didn't you?
Well, Shannon, I love that you love my beautiful little oval pan, by the way, perfect for fish. Look, I've done this gorgeous Faroe Island salmon. Now, best thing of all, the doctors will clap when you tell them you're eating it twice a week. Let me just show it to you, though. I'm going to take this gorgeous piece of Faroe Island salmon. By the way, this is one of my new fish knives. I've just brought out a set of 4 fish knives. It's got that wide sort of blade on it, so you can push the fish onto your fork. But look at how this flakes, Shannon. I mean, could you imagine a salmon that looks better than this? Now, I'm going to do the honourable thing and have a taste on your behalf, because I know at home you can't taste this and I want to describe it for you. To me, salmon should be pristine. It should never be fatty or oily. It should be mild in flavour. It should have a hint of sweetness. Oh my goodness, it is so pure and clean. It's an absolute representation of where it comes from. Let me take you to the Faroe Islands, you guys. These islands are right up in the Nordics, near absolutely nothing. I mean, these ice-cold fjords feed the ocean, and what that ocean has, beautiful strong currents. It is a natural breeding ground for the salmon, and the beautiful thing, of course, is when it comes from a nice clean ocean, then it really does just have beautiful, beautiful flavor in the fish. The strong currents mean that it's doing a very natural life. Of course, we're talking about aquaculture. This is a fish farm, which is the only sustainable way that we can take things out of the ocean. Okay, now, the things you need to know about fish farms is the pens cannot be highly populated. They need room to move. They need to be able to swim strongly and develop that muscle. That's how they develop that beautiful, clean flavor. The feed is very important, which is why, of course, we go for an all-natural feed. No GMOs. This is the most beautiful, fresh way to eat fish. When this fish is taken out of the ocean, it is processed that day. It is skinned, it is portioned into perfect center cut, and then, of course, flash frozen for you. So again, I'll take my fish knife here. Have a look at this. You guys, look at how this salmon just flakes. It just doesn't get any better than this. Now, whether you want to eat it pink or cook it all the way, Shannon, it is beautiful both ways. I'm going to show you how it comes, but first I want to show you that it is a center cut and what that actually means. So we take the entire side of salmon, just like this one right here. Then what we do is we remove that collar that has that big bone through it. We remove that belly. And then, of course, we remove the side here that has all the other bones. And then there's a thinner piece down at the tail, which is right here. Yep, you guessed it, we remove it. We remove all bones, all skin. We take this center cut. We divide it into 6-ounce portions, perfectly divided for you. They come to you frozen, and I'll show it to you. Here it is, just like my ribeyes, individually packaged, you guys. Perfectly flash frozen, no skin, no bones. So the cooking for you is just so easy. I'm going to take my last piece out here and have a look at this. I just flake that up It is just so simple and easy. Now, whether you're using a fork or whether you're going to invest in these gorgeous fish knives, they're a bit of a thing of days gone by. We kind of forgot about the beautiful fish knife, but of course, when you want to eat, guess what? You use that knife to actually push onto your fork. So that's why it's that nice broad blade on the fish knife. So I'm going to keep moving, Shannon, but first I'll pass it back to you so you can tell everyone how to get this home. As always, this is limited. Just like our ribeyes, we don't have an endless supply, so you better act fast, guys.
Well, and in fact, they're just back in stock. I can tell you for a fact the salmon were gone. They were like missing in action. And I know for Marlo and myself, we were some of the, if you're on auto ship, that's, it might be a good time for me to describe that for you. So auto ship, first of all, this is a feature price, but if you do the auto ship, then we can't raise the price. So that's number one. Then number two, the onus really becomes on HSN and on Chef Curtis that we know, yes, we're getting out there more frequently now, but law of supply and demand, shipping channels or chains or chain of command or whatever, we take on that burden. The other thing about that is you can customize that delivery. So that is your free shipping. And that's the other thing about this. So let's say you wanted to manage your auto ship, you know, send it to mom, send it to yourself, send it to your daughter, send it to your best friend. You can manage that auto ship as well. So anytime you see auto ship, especially when it comes to Chef Curtis's food items, I always recommend that. I should let you know, I'm just gonna double check. I think on the auto ship, well, on either choice we have, well, here's what's interesting. We have fewer than 2,000 on the single ship, but do you know there's just a little over 1,000 on the auto ship, and that's it? Oh, by the way, you know, one other thing I want you to add on, and Chef, I actually went on auto ship the last time you were here, is Chef's Secret Weapon seafood seasoning. I'll tell you, that stuff is remarkable. It's remarkable. But remember, you are getting precision, center cut, 8-pack of your 6-ounce. So it's precision center cut, can't mess it up, single or auto ship. There are those seasonings I was alluding to. Get on that auto ship. I'll just tell you right now, you will use those. And as always, go to hsn.com and load that app because that's where the whole collection is. Hey, Chef, what do we have? What do you have there in your test kitchen in California?
Little hands. Well, I wanted to show you this, Shannon. This is my gift box set of fish knives. It's for, just like you get steak knives, I've developed these gorgeous fish knives. They're beautiful spreaders to serve with cheeses and pâtés. They come in that gorgeous little gift box. So I just wanted you to see that. But let me get into those spices like you were talking. First of all, this Faroe Island salmon. I mean, look at how it just flakes, Shannon. The flavors really are unbelievable. Now, you mentioned my spices. They sold out the first time we brought them. Let me show you what we've got. Key West. We've got that beautiful salt-free salmon blend. And then we also have the Best of the Bay, which is, of course, has a little spice in it. Let me put a little of the spice over here. That's the Best of the Bay. Let me put that gorgeous Key West seasoning. And then, of course, my salt-free salmon seasoning. You know, you get all three of them, by the way. And not that the salmon needs anything. But, wow, it just changes the flavor, Shannon, that this brings to life. It sold out the first time we ever brought it, and it will sell out. Wow, that's good. Just that little bit of spice in the Best of the Bay makes this salmon sing, absolutely sing. Now, my mum told me I'm not allowed to speak with my mouth full, and I shouldn't, but I'm going to, because I want to get it all out. Shannon, look at what else we've brought you. Cedar wraps. These beautiful cedar wraps, you get 8 of them, and here's what you do. You'll soak it in a little water. Grab me a piece of salmon there, Richie. And then what you do here, Shannon, is you just go like this, right? You can just roll it up, just like that. You soak it first in water. You get yourself that twine. Where's my twine gone, Ricky? There it is, mate. Cut yourself a piece of twine, which comes in there too. You're just going to tie this up and throw it into a grill pan, throw it into an oven. It's the first time we've ever brought you these cedar wraps, very similar to the flavor you get from a cedar plank, but crazy affordable. Let me show you how it comes out. So Rich has just done these in the cedar plank for me. And then, of course, we, Richie, thanks. He's so fast, he takes everything I need. Ricky, leave it here, darling. Okay, so what we do, Shannon, I've just snipped that, and then you'll see this. You can either just break the top off and leave it in like that, or you can just remove the whole thing. It imparts a really nice flavor to your salmon. And so it's kind of comes out a cross between steamed and grilled, if you know what I mean. But then when you taste it, and I'm just going to dive on in here, Shannon, not with your fingers, Curtis, behave yourself. It's hard. Oh my goodness. It's not delicate. It's actually quite pronounced, that beautiful cedar flavor. It is really, really wonderful. By the way, those cedar wraps work on shrimp, chicken, you name it, and you can put it in there. But this Faroe Islands salmon, Shannon, it has been a phenomenon ever since we brought it. I think it's HSN's #1 food item, full stop. Not just in my brand. It's absolutely beloved.
#1, and I will tell you, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you calling. So now here's the good news. You can go to hsn.com, load that app. You might be able to pre-order his today's special and all his other assortment, of course, as well. But if you want this on the auto ship, I'm going to tell you right now, we have basically a little over 1,000. And that is not a lot when you consider the fact that we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in the ordering process. Now, here's the thing about auto ship, and just to be clear, it doesn't, you know, you can speed up, you can slow down, you can cancel at any time. You can manage your auto ship. So it's like send it to mom in Minnesota, or, you know, delay my shipment, or I need it earlier, I need it fast. You can manage that auto ship also within the app. But unlike the single ship, and we have more single ship than we do auto ship, the single ship, we're going to raise the price. I'll just tell you that. On the single ship, we will be raising the price. If you do the auto ship, we can't and we don't. And here's the last thing that I have to say about auto ship. Auto ship, you could get it once or twice. You're not mandated to do the rotation that is currently set up in the inventory. You can manage that. And that's why I say you could get it once, you could get it twice. Whole point is we do not, first of all, we don't charge your credit card until it's on its way to you. And then you only get it as long as supplies are last. Hey, one quick plug, because it's one of my favorites, and I'm actually going to get another one. I know you saw it. Chef had it in his test kitchen, and I know you saw the little in the corner of your screen. Chef, I love, love, love this thawing plate. I am telling you, it has changed my life, because now it's a cutting board on one side, but this thawing plate, like as an example, the ribeyes that I was cooking at work last night and the salmon, they weren't defrosted, but I'm like, oh, I'm under the gun. I wanted to do something when I got off the air. That is amazing, just like everything else that you do for us.
Well, Shannon, here's the thing. It works so brilliantly well. I mean, when you can defrost in half the time, that is a dream, right? So you can see here, I've got it on there. And of course, the other side is that beautiful cutting board, right? So defrost on one side, cut on the other. Like I say, and it's all got to do 2 jobs or it doesn't belong in my kitchen, which, by the way, Shannon Smith, the first time anyone on the planet has seen it, it is my brand new pressure cooker, air fryer, broiler, slow cooker. It is the all-in-one. It's also a steamer. So I've gone ahead and steamed some of my gorgeous salmon. I'm pulling that basket out, and I'll bring this right on over. So we're going to air that a little later on. I wasn't supposed to show that either, Shannon, but you know me. I'm a bit of a rule breaker like you are. Look at this gorgeous steamed salmon. I've got some broccolini in there too. So here it is, Faroe Island salmon. You can't get this unless you're going to the best restaurants. You just won't find it. And here's the most amazing thing. Look, whether you're steaming it, Shannon, and I'll leave one side over here steamed, and yes, I'm going to hit it with my salmon. That's the salt-free of the seasonings. Then I'll take one of my pan-fried ones, which is done in my oval DuraPan. Have a look at this. Broken up with my fish knife, perfectly cooked every single time. I'm going to give this the best of the bay. So you'll be picking up on these seasonings. By the way, if you're wondering how do we always get our salmon perfectly cooked, let me show it to you. We cheat. We take our kinetic thermometer. All you need to do is give it a shake, just like that. Doesn't require a battery. It'll bring it to life, that real quick little shake, and then there you see the temperature right here. I turn it over, I take my probe out, I stick it into the thickest part of that salmon. It's going to give me a digital readout. So your salmon will be cooked perfectly every single time, and it is just so wonderful. And by the way, all the temperatures are right there on the back. So Shannon, get your incredible salmon while you can, because we don't have enough to make it through the entire weekend. But I'm back at midnight, my darling. So thank you so much for coming off my visit.
I heard a rumor that you were going to be back at midnight. Gosh, could they shop early if they went to hsn.com? No, never know. All right. Chef, I love you. We'll look forward to seeing
This
you at
might be
midnight.
the Today Special, Shannon, if you want to go to hsn.com. It just might be.
I like how you roll. Thank you, Chef. I will actually see you tomorrow night.